I am here at the coolest place I've ever been to. This is Rancho Obi-Wan. Steve, you have the greatest collection of Star Wars stuff ever. So what do you think it is about Star Wars in general that people still are seeking out the items that came out when they originally launched the movie?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, and I think part of it stems from the feeling that we got, those of us who were there and saw Star Wars at the very beginning and had no idea, and movies in the 70s were sort of dark, times were sort of dark. And then comes this movie, which on its surface is a very simple evil versus good kind of thing, but there were these characters in there who were sort of real and sort of funny.
Everything's under control, situation normal.
And there was this underlying mythology that you didn't really think about. I know I identified with Luke Skywalker in that one scene where he's standing on the little hill, just looking up at the twin suns, that beautiful John Williams music, and it was like, oh my God, he wants to get away from Tatooine as much as I wanted to escape my hometown of Philadelphia. And then years later, I identified with Obi-Wan as the mentor, but there were all these things that kept us interested. Plus, it was the timing. This was the time before home video, video games, any of that stuff. So if you wanted to recreate the movie as a kid, you went out and you bought the toys, you got the action figures, you recreated scenes from the movie, or more like George wanted, you made your own scenes. You started coming up with stories. And I think that excitement and the desire to have stuff that wasn't available, because unlike today, things weren't on the shelves ready for you to buy. You had to wait for this, and it was the demand that built up and the desire. All of that sort of entered into that initial love of Star Wars.
The Force will be with you, always.
The owner of one toy company once said to me, and I think it's true, we've passed along the Star Wars gene to the next generation. And now we're seeing 3 generations who have that involvement. Clone Wars has added another level to that. And then with the announcement that Disney was taking over Lucasfilm and that there would be another trilogy and more movies coming along, it makes people very excited all over again. It's this amazing phenomenon. It's a huge universe, and there's so many things that can happen in it.